Hello everybody and namaste and welcome to my channel on Beyond Beautiful. Before I begin today's blog, let me introduce myself to you all. My name is Tina Pradeep Kale, and after marriage, my name is Tina Amit Jangir. So today's discussion is going to be about self-realization. What exactly is self-realization? What exactly it is to understand your soul and to be self-realized, to have mastered the art of self-realization. How do we do that? How do we achieve it in our life? So before I begin, let me just introduce my spiritual journey to all of you. Back in the days, I did a lot of scratching of the surface to understand what the true purpose of my existence on this earth plane is. I tried to figure out, why am I on this earth? What is the purpose of me coming into this earth? So I did a lot of research. I started researching about God, and I tried to find God in every form, in every religion. I studied the Bible, I studied the Quran, and no doubt it's a beautiful religion. Both are very beautiful religions, but I was looking for something more, something to understand it from a very deeper perspective. And I did come across many spiritual books. Hinduism is a very vast it's a very vast topic to discuss. There are so many millions and millions of gods and goddesses itself in Hinduism, and it's a very ancient religion as well. So I started going into I started becoming more spiritual rather than being more religious, to find out my true purpose and why am I here, my true intention, what brings me on this earth plane. So that is when I discovered the path of spirituality, and I got enrolled in the path of Shri Vidya. Now Shri Vidya is something to learn about the Shri Yantra, which is the sacred geometry. You study that, you study a lot about that, you study about Shri Lalita Tripura Sundari and everything about her. So that is what I studied, and I got my Diksha into the field of Shri Vidya back in 2021. However, I also started doing some more sadhanas. I started doing chants of Gayatri Mantra for a year and 8 months. I used to do like 11 Tulsi Malas every day of meditating on Gayatri Mantra. I did that for a very long time as well. And now I am into the path of Shiv Yoga, understanding what my true purpose, my true sense of purpose on this earth is. So now into the path of Shiv Yoga, I will also be taking a Diksha in Shri Vidya, but this time it's going to be the Advait form of Shri Vidya. And the Advait form of Shri Vidya is only, the Diksha is only given by one Guru, and that's where everything has fallen into place. That's where I'm actually evolving as a human being, understanding everything about the 5 elements, which is on this earth plane. The 5 elements are the earth, the fire, water, air and ether. So I'm understanding all about that, the Panchabhut Tattva, that's what it's called. I'm learning a lot about that, and I'm learning the source of the universe, or the origin of the universe. So if I talk briefly about the universe, how did this universe come into existence? Apparently, before it was just a space. There was nothing in the space. And then after that, there was this beautiful white light. And this beautiful white light is called the Jyotirling. In Sanskrit, it is called the Jyotirling because it is in the form of a ling of a Shiva. The Shivaling, it is in the form of that, but it is a Jyoti, it is a light. So a ling of light, that is called the Jyotirling. So that is what it was. And after that, there was a sound frequency in that Jyotirling, which is called the Anahat Nad. Now the Anahat Nad is the sound frequency, which was something like So it was like that. So from that anahat nad, from that sound frequency, there was a vibration because of that sound frequency. And that vibration was called spandhan or the vibration. And through that vibration was formed the geometrical design of the Shri Yantra or the Shri Chakra. So if you see the sacred geometry, which is the Shri Yantra, it is basically geometrical design formed because of the vibration of the Jyotirling, because of the sound frequency. So that is why that design has been formed. Okay, so now out of that vibration of Spandhan, there were a few more lings that actually came into existence. The lingas that came into existence was Atmaling, Pranaling, Dhyanaling and Panchabhutaling. So let's not talk a lot into all the Atmaling, Pranaling, Dhyanaling, but I'll just briefly talk about Panchabhutaling. What is Panchabhutaling? Panchabhutaling is the 5 elements which are formed through that Panchabhutaling. So the 5 elements formed through the Panchabhutaling were Prithvi, Vayu, Akash, Agni and Jala. Now in English, if I translate it, it is the earth element, it is the air element, it is the ether element, it is the fire element and it is the water element. That is the Panchabhuta. Alright. Now these 5 elements, we came into existence because of these 5 elements. So human beings came into existence out of the Panchabhuta Tattva. Alright. So if we are friendly towards these 5 elements, we have mastered a lot in our life, because we come out of it and we go back into it after we die. So these are the Panchabhuta Tattva, the 5 elements that I spoke about. Now the secret about the Shri Yantra or the sacred geometry or the origin of the universe is that there is a Brahmand within us. Brahmand as in universe. There is a universe within us and we are a part of the universe. So we live within the universe and there is a universe within us. You know, when you think about this, it's something so fascinating, but it's very hard to grasp by the logical mind, which always makes so many analysis and always dwells in logic. So for a logical mind like us, we primitive earthlings of the 3rd dimensional world that we're living in may not be able to fathom. We will not be able to grasp what exactly is the source of the universe. So we may never be able to grasp the source of the universe because we are such primitive earthlings with a very low IQ that we just are so messed up in our own lives that we think that there's nothing beyond and above this earth. We are the only center of the universe, but that's wrong. People who have that kind of a mentality, I'm telling you guys, we are not the center of the universe. I'm not going to dive into extraterrestrial beings because they do exist. Everything exists in this universe. We are not the only ones. There are other planets and they are far more. There are other species, there are other beings in other planets that are far more superior in every way than us. Even in their IQs, even in their technologies, it's far more superior than us. And they do come and visit the earth once in a while to see how we are progressing and how we are evolving. In fact, they are such extraterrestrial beings that they may want to help and promote the human race because we are originated through them. And there are some extraterrestrial beings who may not be very friendly with us, and they want to basically take over the planet Earth. But that's a different topic altogether. Let's stick to the topic of self-realization. So how do we realize ourselves? Well, first of all, through books. I would say read a lot of books. Understand about spirituality through various books. Alright? Read the Bhagavad Gita if you can. I know it's a religious book, but it has a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. It speaks about moral education. It gives you a lot of insight about morality. So yes, that will help you a lot if you are into ancient scriptures, if you are interested to know more about the Hindu scriptures. If you're not, that is fine. You can read other books that can help you improve as well. I love to read books on Gayatri. So I have this one book here, probably it's just here, Super Science of Gayatri. This is also very helpful, and I believe that some books can really help you grow spiritually. So this is one of the books that I've bought. I have read a little bit, but let's be honest, I've heard the audiobook, but I haven't actually read a lot, and I would like to continue reading, but it's just that I'm juggling with time. I'm trying to find time for myself, so it's very difficult to pursue reading. And there are other things you can do is meditation. Meditation is very, very, very helpful if you are on the spiritual path and the spiritual journey towards self-realization. Why I would say meditation really helps is because sometimes there are certain kind of meditations that actually can heal you from within. It can actually touch the core of your soul, and it can actually break barriers and boundaries and blockages which stop you from growing and stop you from manifesting the life that you want. And these boundaries and barriers can be broken through the help of meditation and reciting of mantras. Mantra chanting is also very powerful. If you are into the path of self-realization, please find a guru who is able to guide you and who is able to give you the margdarshan, or the path towards knowing and attaining your true purpose on this earth. Yeah, so this will also help you a long way in life. Know your purpose. Knowing your purpose is deeply connected to your soul's journey. So basically, if you have your third eye chakra opened, basically, now let's talk about chakras, okay, before I continue further about self-realization. Every human being has 7 chakras in their bodies. This is the Sahasrara chakra, which is actually located a feet above your head. That's called the Sahasrara chakra or the crown chakra. Then you have the Agya chakra or the pineal gland. Within this chakra lies the pineal gland. And if this is activated, obviously you are very intuitive. You have a lot of siddhis or a lot of wisdom. So I was talking about the Agya chakra. If you have that activated, it's really good. You become a psychic. Basically, you are intuitive. You can tell what can happen before. Basically, you become Trikaldarshi. Trikaldarshi as in you can see somebody's present, you can see somebody's past, and you can also see somebody's future. People who have the third eye activated are people who are very self-realized, and we have a lot of people who are self-realized in India. One of them, for example, is Dhirendra Shastri. He's got his third eye activated and his Kundalini Shakti risen. Now, Kundalini Shakti, we'll speak about that as well very shortly after talking about the energy centers or the chakras of your body. Then comes the Vishuddhi chakra, which is throat chakra. Here you've got all the karmas accumulated in your throat chakra. And then you have the heart chakra, which is the Anahat chakra, which is based here. Then you have the Manipur chakra. Manipur chakra is a little bit above your navel area, and that's the Manipur chakra there. Then you have the sacral chakra, which is just down here. Sacral chakra is also called the Swadhisthana chakra, And then you have the Muladhara chakra, which is the root chakra, which is exactly where you excrete that area, that the muscle just around that area, that is called the Muladhara chakra or the root chakra. So these are the 7 energy centers or the chakras in your body. Now the Kundalini energy is something that we all have it, but many human beings have not been able to activate it and rise it. Many human beings actually don't attain self-realization because they have not actually worked on their Kundalini energy. And obviously you cannot rise your Kundalini energy without a guru. You need the help of a guru to help you attain self-realization, and for that you need to have a proper way of rising the Kundalini. So if you do it in the wrong way, obviously it is very dangerous. So yes, I would suggest, if you are interested to know more about spirituality, self-realization, please get in touch with somebody who's really specialized in that field, who can actually help you raise the Kundalini energy. Once you raise your Kundalini energy, when it reaches here, your Agya chakra and towards your Sahasrara chakra, you will be able to know your past, as in not just this birth cycle. I'm talking about many birth cycles before this. You will be able to know your past births, and you will be able to know about your present, and you are able to basically change your destiny and change your future as per your liking. Because you will realize, after being self-realized, is you are a small part of that God energy, and we all basically are a small part of that God energy. And once we die, we go back to the light. But if our karmas are really good, if we have been able to wipe away our sanchit karmas and our prarabdha karmas. So now we're going to speak about certain things about sanchit karma. What is sanchit karma and what is prarabdha karma? What exactly is sanchit karma? Sanchit karma is basically a karma that is accumulated over many birth cycles, and that is accumulated in your Sahasrara chakra, which is like just here, a feet above your crown of your head. So every birth cycle you get a part of that sanchit karma. You will have to experience that part. If you've done some bad deeds, you will have to experience the karma. You'll have to go through that suffering. You will be allotted a part of that for this particular birth cycle, and that part that is allotted to you will be called prarabdha karma. So now let's talk more deeply about prarabdha karma. What exactly is prarabdha karma? As I mentioned earlier, sanchit karma is the accumulated karma in your Sahasrara or your crown chakra, and every birth cycle that you come back on this earth plane, you will be given a part of that sanchit karma to suffer on this earth plane. So now on this third dimensional world, we've come here basically to suffer our karmas. All of us, all the human beings who've come on this earth plane again and again, punarapi jananam, puranapi maranam. Those who've come here again and again, we've come here to basically suffer our prarabdha karma. Now, not every time you will be coming on this earth plane in the form of a human being. Based on your karmas, you may be given a human form, or you may come in the form of an animal or a bird or an insect, depends. So if you've actually worked around your energies to raise your Kundalini, obviously you will not devolve, you will evolve and you will progress, and you will come back on this earth plane probably as a human being, or you may just receive salvation or moksha. So you don't have to come back on this earth plane, and it's your choice. After you receive moksha, God gives you a choice. If you still want to go back on this earth plane and help other souls to evolve and to grow, that is your choice. God gives you that choice if you really want to help human beings evolve just like you. So everybody has to suffer the prarabdha karma, which is a part of the sanchit karma. So when you take a human form on this earth plane, it is your responsibility as a human being to progress on the spiritual path, because that is your true purpose in this life. Every human being who comes on this earth plane, their true purpose is not having children, building a business, earning a lot of money, having many cars, having so many beautiful women around you, having all the luxuries in life and all that nonsense. No, that is not your true purpose. Please understand, the true purpose of every human being is to evolve, to grow, to get self-realized. How do we achieve that? By our spiritual practices. We are able to achieve that by raising our Kundalini Shakti. And how do we achieve that? How do we raise our Kundalini Shakti? Through the proper practice, through proper spiritual practices and kriyas done and given to us by the gurus. Now, not many people are so blessed to understand this. That is why they have a primitive mentality and a primitive mind of religious thinking, even Hindus to that matter. That puja path, this, that, and God is pleased and God will give us money. Worship Mother Lakshmi, we'll get a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. We all do it, we all, including myself. I'm no different from the rest. I don't say others are like that and I'm not. I'm also the same. But what it is, the main purpose is not money. Yes, if you've done good karma and good deeds, then you don't come here to suffer your prarabdha. You don't come here, you're not living a life of poverty. God gives you all the facilities, the provisions to live a beautiful and a happy and a comfortable life, probably because of your good karmas. So each one gets as per their karma, and the universe is never, it will never fail you. That it is never unfair to any person. So some people say, why did I receive like this? They have so much, we don't have as much. That's because they have earned it through their good karmas, probably if not in this life cycle, probably in the past life cycle. So everybody gets as per their karmas. So some people are rich, that's probably because they have done some really good karmas or really good deeds, and they are benefiting the fruits of their past life deeds, or probably this life deeds as well. So this is what it is all about, guys. So our true purpose on this earth plane is to be self-realized. So yes, there is a God out there. I will not argue with that concept of religion. Yes, there is a God out there, but please also know that you're an ansh of that God, and you've come on this earth plane, so you are basically a part of that God. So God lies within you, but there are certain human beings who are able to activate that God element within them. Not everybody is able to activate that because they've not had those extensive spiritual practices or kriyas to activate their Kundalini Shakti or their Kundalini energy, and they're not able to activate their pineal gland or their third eye, and that's one of the reasons they don't know their true purpose. They're lost beings. They don't know their true purpose on this earth. They're not able to understand why they've come here. They feel their true purpose is only having kids, reproduction, and having as many babies. Reproduction, seriously guys, even cows reproduce, even animals reproduce, elephants reproduce, goats reproduce, giraffes reproduce, dogs reproduce. So you're a part of that as well. Yeah, so you're not doing a very big thing by reproducing. So please understand, reproduction is not your true purpose on this earth plane. Your true purpose on this earth plane is activating your Kundalini energy and allowing it to grow, and basically realizing yourself, who you truly are. My guru says that we all are Chaitanya Prema Swarupa. Chaitanya Prema Swarupa means we all are energy and embodiment of love. So love is something really important in our lives. If we operate in love, now love is so powerful. If we all operate in love, we will be able to defeat anything. And it's a fact, guys. If you operate in love, you will be able to conquer milestones through love. This is how powerful unconditional love is. So all the gurus, all the spiritual masters always tell us to operate in love because it is more powerful than obtaining any kind of siddhis in this world. Love energy is the strongest and the most powerful energy. And I'm talking not just simple love, but unconditional love. So if you have that within your soul, you're able to manifest anything that you want. I would like to add that when self-realized people die, usually their soul or their spirit, their atma, comes out of their body through either the crown chakra. If the human being dies and he's a self-realized human being, he can easily vacate the body, his human body, from the Sahasrar chakra, which is the crown chakra. Or he can vacate also from the Agya chakra, which is the pineal gland chakra, the third eye chakra, which is fascinating. So this person who is able to vacate his body from here, from the third eye chakra, the Sahasrara chakra, actually could be a very highly spiritual person who has attained self-realization and who has basically attained moksha, okay, or liberation. So he's liberated if he leaves his body either from this energy center or from this energy center. If somebody leaves from this energy center, which is the throat chakra, it is still okay. Yeah, so if somebody leaves his body from the throat chakra, which is the Vishuddhi chakra, he will also vacate, the Atma will vacate the body and it will go to another dimension of that particular energy center dimension, where he will enjoy the benefits and the fruits of his good karma. But after a period of time, he will have to come back on the third dimensional earth plane to suffer whatever the prarabdha if he's got. If he doesn't have any prarabdha, he will still have to come back because he's not liberated yet, because he did not vacate his body from the crown chakra or the Agya chakra. Now somebody vacates his body. Now these are the four chakras: the crown chakra, the Agya chakra, the Vishuddhi and the Anahat. Somebody leaves or vacates their bodies after they die from these energy points or these energy centers will have certain benefits. Somebody comes out from here, will be liberated. Somebody may come out from here, they may be liberated as well. Or maybe they may choose to come back on this earth plane to finish some unresolved businesses. But if somebody vacates from the three lower chakras, which is the Mooladhara, the root chakra. The second one is the Swadhisthana chakra, which is here. And the other one is the navel chakra, which is the Manipur chakra. Yeah? If somebody vacates from these three chakras, honestly guys, they've not evolved, they've actually devolved. And probably in the next birth cycle, unfortunately, they will not be able to come back on this earth plane as a human being. Probably they will have to take the form of a dog, probably a cow, or probably a horse, because they devolved. They are not evolved beings. They did not use the time that they had on this earth as in the human form to work on their energies and to grow and to basically raise their Kundalini. And that's really sad. And probably they are the souls who haven't even had good karmas with them. Besides the spiritual practices, if you're a spiritual practitioner with not so good karmas, you can still do penance and burn your karmas. But if you've got really bad karmas and you're not able to do any kind of penance to burn your karmas, you're not able to do any kind of spiritual practices, then you are devolving and you're not evolving. So all this knowledge and wisdom that I have received is not my own. It comes from my guru, and I'm following his path, and I've learned a lot through him. I have actually listened to a lot of his speeches, and that's where I've actually grasped a lot of wisdom and knowledge from. So this is what I'm sharing with you guys. So a lot of things said and done, what I would say is self-realization is basically a deep realization within your soul about your purpose in life, your true potential, and your desires, what you want to fulfill. Aap chahte kya ho? What is your ultimate desire? What have you come here to fulfill? Unless you don't receive that fulfillment, obviously your soul will have to come back again and again to fulfill your desires. So you have to, fulfillment of desires should be there within that lifetime itself, so that you don't have to come back on this earth, and so that you also receive moksha. This is actually a long thesis, a long monologue that I've actually created and spoken about, and I'm hoping to enlighten a few souls out there who may find this interesting, the spiritual talk that I've just had. I would like to further on open up a podcast with some more people who can talk a lot about spirituality in depth and give more of their personal opinions and their personal experiences that they can share with us on spirituality. Eventually, I would love to open a podcast on that, but that's a long way ahead. So I hope you enjoyed my channel. I hope you enjoyed this talk that I've just spoken about. Please do attain your soul's agenda, your soul's purpose on this earth. Please be more self-realized, get into some form of spiritual practice which can help you evolve, not devolve. Don't become religious, become spiritual, and find, if you can get a good spiritual master and get enrolled with that spiritual master to help you evolve, to help you raise your Kundalini levels, that will be great. That will be amazing, which will help you to be more self-realized and help you to fulfill your purpose, help you to fulfill your desires and goals, and basically help you to be a better person, a better human, and help the environment, help the world around you as well, in any form and in any way. So if you're more self-realized, automatically you will have the desire to help people around you or to serve the society in some form or the other. So that comes with the wisdom, that comes with a lot of spiritual enlightenment, and it is a journey, and we all are going through that journey as human beings. We will all reach there one day, especially those who have taken that path of spirituality. They will definitely be more compassionate and empathetic around those who need empathy and compassion. Even they will be more compassionate towards animals. When you have the self-awareness, when it's raised to that level, you will never harm an animal. You will never be a non-vegetarian, basically. You will shift. Your consciousness will be expanded to that extent that you will feel compassion towards those creatures who are actually killed and cooked and placed on your plate. I'm not against the non-vegetarians. In my family, everybody is a non-vegetarian. I'm the only vegetarian in my family. So basically it comes from within. When there is a shift in your energy levels, when there's a shift in your consciousness, you automatically don't feel the need to eat non-vegetarian food. You don't feel the urge to eat non-vegetarian at all. So you will see such dynamic changes. I've already seen that change in me, and I really love being a vegetarian. So that's it, guys. I think I've spoken a lot today. As mentioned earlier, yes, I will try to make a podcast later on. If my channel really grows, I will do podcasts with other people who are really very interesting in many aspects, not just spirituality. We'll have a lot of conversations where I'm able to share some nice, relevant knowledge, wisdom, information with my audience. So that's it from me, guys. Take care, all of you, and have a good day, and enjoy the rest of your day. And do subscribe, do like, and do comment on my channel, Beyond Beautiful. So take care, guys. Bye.